Hello again, Internet's JM Frey here. Today is December 8th, and that means it is the Untold Tales book birthday. Yes, as of 9 a.m. this morning, you can now buy the Untold Tale at all of your local book retailers or your online favorite stores. Oh my god, my book is out! It's out! Oh, years and years of editing and writing and rewriting and cutting and adding is over. It has a cover, it has beautiful interior illustrations, it's been marvelously typeset, and it's yours. You can own your very own copy. Take home my little baby. Be good to it. Don't drop it in the bath. Or if you do drop it in the bath, then don't drop your e-reader in the bath. Make sure if you're going to ruin one in the bath, it's a paperback. Before I go any further with this vlog, I do want to thank Lori McLean, my agent, who placed the book. Yay, Lori, you're amazing. And Kisa Wipke, my editor, who put up with a lot of nitpicking on my end. Ashley Rogarello, my cover designer / publisher / interior designer, who put up with even more neurotic tweaking. Thank you, Ashley. And Summer Weir, who is going to be my sort of publicity manager via Roots on this one. The neurotic nitpicking is coming. I'm sorry, Summer, in advance. But my book is out now. It's out in the world. I can share it, and it's time to celebrate. So I have with me the chalice that I bought in Glastonbury at Avalon and washed in the waters of the chalice well. And so, you know, obviously I only use it for special occasions. And I have here a bottle of the best sparkling wine I have ever had in my life. And perhaps that's partially because it's Canadian. It's from Hinterland Winery, and it's their lovely, lovely white cap. And I really love this winery because when you walk into the winery, into the tasting room, there's a big sign that says that if the wine's not to your liking, talk to the Viking. And the first time I saw that, I was like, really? There's a Viking? And the woman went, honey! And her husband came from the back, and yes, he was a Viking. So we're going to open some champagne here. I've got the towels so I don't spill it all over my keyboard. Oh, I'm going to make a funny face. The anticipation. Usually I'm really good at this. What is going on here? Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Woo! So, here we go. Champagne in my chalice. Not champagne, sparkling wine, because of course champagne is only grown in the Champagne region of France with champagne grapes. But this is an incredible, incredible Vidal Riesling Charmant method. So thank you for helping me celebrate today, Hinterland. No, they're not sponsoring this vlog. I just really like them. So here we go. Cheers to the Untold Tale. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god, that's so good. If you haven't figured this out already, my lovely viewers, I'm a big fat oneophile. I'm a wine snob without being a snob. So I really love reading, you know, the viticulture magazines and going on wine tours and stuff. And I'm sorry, I need another drink. That was great. Yes, I know. I know it's not a champagne flute, but I mean, it's a glass and pewter chalice from Glastonbury. You can't say no to that. So what else has been going on since you last saw me? Well, my hair's kind of purple now. No, I really like it. I think my favorite part is actually the eyebrows, because I did my eyebrows to match my hair. So I really like this. It's this sort of deep purple, kind of almost like a garnet. I really like it. It's my first step on my journey towards Sailor Mercury. I do really want to have the light, vibrant blue hair, but I thought maybe I'd start with something closer to red and then work my way up, depending on how much guts I have. So now that the book is out, there are going to be some book launches. So today is December 8th. If you go to I'm going to list the link right here. If you go to this link and read the instructions, I'm actually holding a contest right now. The contest is, if you post in the timeline for this Facebook event proof that you bought the Untold Tale today or any time between now and Saturday, I will enter you into a draw to have your name put in the second or third Accidental Turn series book. So let me explain that again. So what you do is you buy the book. If you buy it online, take a screenshot of your invoice or your email that says, "Thanks for buying this book." Obviously, black out your bank information. Please be safe over everything else. So post a screen cap of that online invoice on the timeline for that Facebook group, and I'll enter you. If you're buying the book in person, take a picture of the receipt or take a picture of you buying the book. Obviously, ask the cashier if they don't mind being in the picture before you take their picture. That would be a little weird. And again, make sure your thumb is over your banking information or black it out later before you post it. So post it on the timeline of that Facebook group, and I will see it, and I will add your name into the drawing ballot, and then probably around Sunday, I'm going to just use a random number generator, pick 3 winners, and you 3 people get to put a name of your choice into books 2 and 3 of the Accidental Turn series. And if you're lucky, I might even name a major character after you. That would be cool. Maybe I will kill you horribly. That would be even cooler. So that contest is happening. December 9th, tomorrow, is the launch for The Secret Loves of Geek Girls. I don't have my physical copy yet. I'm actually picking up my author copies tomorrow at the launch party. But the launch party, otherwise I'd show you. The launch party is at the Page and Panel on Yonge Street in Toronto. And it starts at, I think, 7 o'clock. But perhaps I will check that later. And I will put the correct answer right here. Here's the correct answer of when it starts. It's at the Page and Panel in the reference library, in the street level of the reference library. Come on out, hang out with all of the lovely geek girls who bared their souls in this book and really talked about what it means to be a geek girl and how to find love, or how they found love or didn't find love, in my case, in that book. So my story, How Fanfiction Made Me Gay, is in that book, and if you want to read it, you have to buy it. If you can't come to the Page and Panel tomorrow, here's the link. I'm going to have to put a lot of links in this video. Sorry. Here is the link for you to pick up your own paperback and or digital copies from the editor, Hope Nicholson herself. What else is happening? So that's tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday is the book launch for The Untold Tale. That is the first one of 3. It's happening at the Old Spaghetti Factory in Toronto, well, actually in the Amsterdam Bicycle Club, which is the bar that is attached to the Old Spaghetti Factory. My very good friend, Chantel Barrett, will be singing. She was a CBC Searchlight finalist, and she's going to come out and keep us entertained, or at least keep me entertained while I'm signing everybody's books. For the first 50 people who show up, I have actually printed out a copy of the map that's on the flyleaf of the book, so you can have your very own map of the world of Hayne from the Untold Tales. So thank you, Christopher Winkler, my former roommate and very good friend, and amazing illustrator who made the map for us. We really appreciate it. So come on out and join us for that. If you can't come to Toronto, then on Friday the 11th, there's also a similar book launch at Roxanne's Reflections in downtown Toronto on St. Andrews Street. And if you can't come to Fergus, then December 17th in Guelph at the Round Table Gaming Tavern, we're going to be playing board games, eating treats, and I will be selling and signing and reading from books there as well. So 4 launch parties in the next week. Woohoo! I need another drink. If you can't make it to any of those launch parties, we are going to have an online party. So I have been signed up for a blog tour. I think there's about 10 stops. There might be a little bit more. I've been so busy answering the questions for the blog post that I haven't, or the blog tour, that I haven't actually had the chance to sit down and really look at what the blog tour is going to look like. Sorry. Roots put it together for me. Thank you very much, Tiffany, for putting that together for me. I'm going to have some information up on my blog. Here is my blog link. I'm going to have some information up on my blog about where to follow along to get to the blog posts. And I think that's kind of it for the Untold Tale. I'm feeling a little lightheaded, and perhaps it's the bubbles, but on book release day, I said earlier that the day that you lock the manuscript is probably the most bittersweet day for an author, because it means that this project is no longer under your control. This project is no longer yours. And it moves off down the pipeline to other people. Today is both a joyful and sorrowful day as well. I imagine it's a little bit like what postpartum feels like. Obviously not as severe and serious as postpartum, but it's this idea that this thing that you've nurtured and housed for so long is now no longer a physical part of you. And, you can't help but want to cradle the book, because it really is something that is a part of you that is now out in the world, and all you can do is hope that people love it as much as you do. And I know I've said that before, but I think for any and all authors, that's the biggest hope. That's the biggest hope there is, that everyone just loves the book as much as you do. Not in a critical sense, not in a money sense, although that's all nice too. And I'm not saying I want nothing but nice reviews. Of course, we all want nothing but nice reviews. But I just hope that people appreciate the book and understand how much hard work it is and everything that goes into it. So that's sort of where I am emotionally today. I'm happy. I'm feeling leery. I'm feeling relief. I have decided not to write anything else until 2016. So my roundup for 2015, what did I write in 2015? I wrote 2 feature screenplays. I stayed up until 3 a.m. yesterday finishing it, because I was determined that I would be done everything before I made this release day video. So I wrote 2 feature films. Although I haven't had my edits back on either of them, so I assume I'm going to have to do some editing during the holiday season. I have done 2 short stories. I have partially finished a 3rd short story. I am 2/3 of the way through The Wonders Woes of the Writer, which is the 2nd novella that goes with the Accidental Turn series. I wrote Northangard. I wrote The Forgotten Tale, so I wrote 2 novels that were both over 100,000 words. And then I actually took an old novel that I had written way back in 2010, I think, and kind of ripped a lot of it out of it and played Jenga and Play-Doh. So I revised another book. So technically speaking, I finished 3 books this year, although there wasn't a lot of writing, just a lot of Jenga with the 3rd book. What else did I do? I wrote some comic scripts. I wrote some pitches. I think those are all the projects that I really finished. Coming up in the next year, what am I going to be moaning about next? Well, I have those 2 screenplays to edit. On top of that, the first screenplay, I thought that I would be finished the screenplay, but it's it's not a feature-length film. It's for a web series that I'm working on. I have a producer who I'm working with. And I thought that it would be like 1 season of a web series, and therefore, like 100 pages. And when I started digging into the plot synopsis I had given her, it turned out to be way more story than I thought it would, and way more character development. Anybody who's read my books will know that the plot of my books is the character's development. I don't really do, chase the bad guy, shoot him up, car chase kind of books, although those things happen in my books. the plot of my books is the character's growth and their character arc. That's what I focus on most when I'm writing. And I found with this web series that there was so much character growth that had to happen with the main character that there's no way that I could possibly do it in 100 pages. So I kind of chatted with the producer and I said, okay, well, I thought this whole story was going to be one season, but it looks like it might actually be 3, maybe 2. We can probably get it down to 2. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. The secret screenplay should be announced and shared at least by Christmas Day, I hope. I will give you a hint about it. Here's your hint. Here it is. Whoops, too fast. I will let you see one page. Here's one page. See what you can deduce from that. And the other clue I will give you is that it absolutely has to be finished before January 1st for reasons. So, can you work it out? Next year, okay, so those 2 screenplays. So I probably have to write another 2 seasons of a screenplay. I have to write the 3rd book in the Accidental Turn series, which is The Silenced Tale. I have some of it plotted out, but I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. Which is delightful. I really enjoy this process of writing a book because I don't know what's going to happen yet. Isn't that exciting? I get to sit down on the keyboard and find out what happens. I get to read the book before anyone else because I don't know what's going to happen yet. It's very exciting. So I have to do that. I have to finish The Wondrous Was the Writer. And then I jump into books 2 and 3 of the Skylark Saga. Which I'm really excited about because I haven't lived in this world since 2012. So woohoo, steampunk! I'm really excited about that one. Yeah, I think that's sort of it. That is, that's my 2016. I'm just going to be living right here in this room in front of this computer, writing 3 novels, probably 2 more feature-length screenplays. And those are my 2016 plans. Beyond that, what would I like for the new year? I'd like to get healthy again. I'd like this tear in my hip to heal. I would like this herniated disc to stop being a pain in my butt. Well, pain in my back, actually. And I would like to be able to do stairs and go for long walks without needing the cane. And I would really like to fall in love this year. But unlike last year, fall in love with somebody who actually respects me in return, because that seems to be my stumbling point. I always fall in love with jerks. Well, okay. And on that positive note, here is what may be the final vlog for 2015, depending on how busy the next 2 weeks with the launches and, of course, celebrating the holidays with my family is. We're all in different places, living in different cities with wildly different schedules. So we're hoping that we'll be able to get together, which would be very, very nice. So from my office, I wish you very happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, joyous Kwanzaa, wonderful solstice, and anything and everything I might have missed. Be joyful, love life, laugh, and buy the Untold Tale. Cheers.